Studio 7. So if they put them in the military, right, then what's going to happen? And there's civil war in the country, right? And they will consider that what? Domestic terrorism, right? Then they will use the military, right, with all the Biden illegals to to uh, eradicate Native Americans, right? Those indigenous to Republic America. Now, both black and white, okay? Um, and because once before they had it whereby they had asked the military would they kill Americans, and many of the military said no, they wouldn't do it. So they had to import those who would, not non-indigenous to America, to put them in the military to, to do their dirty job of killing Americans, right? Threatening the lives of America. And they will put them on the police force. There's something else that I learned about that you need to check out. It's called Cop City. Cop City. It's spelled Copcity. Cop City is located in Georgia. And what they're doing is they're training the police, right? Using IDF, and that is Israeli Defense Force tactics, right? To control the population, American population, right? And they're going to be using military tactics. So what does that say? They have planned for the American people with all these Biden illegals coming in. Now, another thing is that the city cops, Cop City is, from what I understand, Cop City is targeting black Americans, right? They're practicing on black American. They're using these military tactics in Georgia on Batahi, right? On Batahi. Those are the ones that they're experimenting on. And they're testing their system on. And again, the Cop City is in Georgia, and they're being trained by the IDF, Israeli Defense Force, because in the past, the police were trained by the Nazi occupiers of Palestine. They would go there, and the police would train by the Nazis in the occupied territories of Palestine. Okay, so now we're going to continue. Okay, so we said the Phenix Ramadan Golden Lotus second black new moon with the solar eclipse August, not August, but Ramadan 29 14 44 August, no, again August. Okay, so Rabina Fuzzik, my beautiful niece, August. So anyway, so we said the Phoenix Ramadan Golden Lotus second black new moon total eclipse Ramadan 29 1444 April 20th 2022 was on the anniversary of Adolf Hitler, right? The Memorial Day of his birthday, okay, which signifies the end of the Genfil Neanderthal red dragon mutant rat child, the gel beast. And he fell, right? Once he fell from the outcast creature, fell from the heavens the 15th of the 15th of September, right? The 15th of September 2023, right? That was 2023. He fell, and then they went to war against the Palestinians and to began committing genocide in Palestine on the 7th of the 7th of the 7th of October, right? Which was Rabbi al-Wal Rabi al-Awwal 7. I think it was Rabi al-Awwal. No, it was Rabi al-Awwal 22nd, 1445, which was October 7th, 2023. And it was the day after the Memorial Day of the assassination of Anwar Sadat. Anwar Sadat was assassinated Dhul Hijjah, I believe it was Dhul Hijjah 8th. I can't remember the year, but it was Dhul Hijjah 8th, and no, Dhul Hijjah 8th. It was 1401. Dhul Hijjah 8th, 1401, and it was October 6th, 1981. Right? Okay. Now, so as soon as the beast fell, from the red dragon fell, he went to war in Palestine. Why? Because he wants to clear out Palestine so he can set up his, he can take up residency in Palestine and attempt to begin the third temple and have no resistance, kind of like what happened in Herzegovina, Bosnia and Herzegovina with Milosevic. Was it Milosevic? Yeah, Milosevic, I think. And he, was committing genocide upon the Muslims in Bosnia and Herzegovina when Yugoslavia fell, right? Collapsed. And so, because they didn't want any Muslims in their backyard when they began attacking Muslim countries, right? When they began their war on terror, right? So-called war on terror. Anyway, so Milosevic was doing their dirty work, like Netanyahu was doing the dirty work of the Red Dragon, right? Because he fell the 15th, right? After the eclipse that occurred in 2022 at the second Ramadan, Phenix Ramadan, Golden Lotus, Black New Moon in Aries on the 20th of April. Okay, and that was on Hitler's anniversary incarnation date, which was my wedding anniversary date. Really? I had no knowledge of that. That was what occurred on that date, right? Okay. So, but nonetheless, he was blocked. He was blocked. The Nazis were blocked. The Jinfil Ashkenazis were blocked. They're not going to accomplish their goal. Trust and believe that. Praise be to Allah. Now, let me see. I got to go back to my place. Okay. Oh, it's acting up. Okay, so. Okay, so now. Okay, so we did that. Okay, we did that. Okay, that's fine. Okay, now this is very important. Okay, the ACLU has networks nationwide and mass monetary resources, and we only have Reverend Al Sharpton, right, and Jesse Jackson, meaning the Badahi, right, to represent the whole Badahi throughout the United States, right? Okay, they can't do that. They can't do it, right? The job is too big for just two people, right? So why isn't the ALCU, stepping in to sue the government for the discrimination against the Badahi? They know it's historical. They know what's going on, the mass incarceration, the social economic disenfranchisement, the anti-Semitism, right? the violation of their my constitutional rights, all the mass incarceration. They know that's anti-Semitic. Why don't they step in and help the Badahi? No, but they help the transgenders, right? We show up. Now it's time to show up. Now, if I want, mashallah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to the ALCU, no, the ACLU, I want to file a suit with the ACLU to sue the government for reparations and enslavement, persecution of me, my family, and my ancestors, and my community, right? I called them twice. They have not called me back yet. If you want to join in this support and, having the ACLU address the anti-Semitism that is constantly perpetrated upon the Badahi, inbox me. I wrote for someone for them to inbox me if you want to join in this movement. Inbox me, right? Linda Faye Ahmed, inbox me on Facebook. Inbox me, right? If you have loved ones that have been mass incarcerated by the Zionists, by the Nazi, and a Zionist is not a Jew, prove they're a Jew first. That's disinformation, and there's separation between church and state. It's not a crime to say someone is not related to you by blood, by ancestral heritage. It's not terrorism. Zionism was started in 1718, I believe. Yeah, 1718. November 17th. Right? So, he's not Moses. That's a declaration. And he was an atheist. The one who, initiated Zionism was an atheist. Himself was an atheist. So before you want to prosecute anybody who talks about Zionism and equate it to Judaism and anti-Semitism, remember, Zionism was started by as atheists. It's not a religious movement. It is a political ideology that utilized Judaism as a philosophy, spiritual philosophy, to covert and to cover up its lack of affiliation, spiritual affiliation with Judaism, only that it will be able to occupy the Holy Land. Okay? So, as I said, I would like, others to join in soliciting the ACLU in representing the Badahi in a lawsuit against the government for reparations, and it's based upon its historical anti-Semitic injustices, discrimination, disparaging treatment, persecution, socioeconomic disenfranchisement, anti-Semitism against the Badahi. And it's documented. Okay? Okay, now, oh, come on. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so no, the American government has given billions to the atheist Zionist movement, and it is an atheist Zionist movement. Prove that it's not before you go throwing people in jail and accusing them of terrorism and anti-Semitism. Okay? And if they're Jews, prove they're Jews. Now, alhamdulillah, I'm not an anti-Semitic. I am a Semitic person. My ancestors are Hebrew. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. To come up against me, that's anti-Semitism. Because I say somebody's not related to me, and I say prove it. And the Zionist movement was started by an atheist. Now, so Zionist, just because you equate something with something doesn't mean it's true. It's a lie. It's a deception. Attempt to silence someone. Attempt to remove their constitutional right of freedom of speech or God-given right, their inalienable right to freedom of speech, freedom of thought. Now, so the American government has given billions to the Nazis, right? Colonial occupiers of the Afro-Kemetic Alkebulan nation of Palestine, under the pretext it is a Jewish state. All the while, the true historical Jews, the Badahai, the BLM, whom the Republic America has enslaved continuously and continues to enslave them and persecute them. I just said that. Okay. And socially, economically disenfranchise them, mass incarcerate them, murder them on the streets, and through decades, millenniums of or centuries of their suffering, of causing them to suffer, so much to the fray, day to day. Okay, so and destroying their families, destroying their communities, right? Placing drugs in their communities and destroying any opportunity of social and economic advancement by way of making only the drugs the only economic economy in their communities, and then dare them not to touch it. That's entrapment. Right? And then mass incarcerating them once they entrap them and they put the drugs in their communities by way of the CIA and FBI, right? Okay. That's entrapment. And the ACLU needs to do something about it, or they too are a felonious organization that chooses not to represent to represent injustice. Now, so yet there is a bill to protect the Asians, the Ashkenazis, descendants of Nazis, yet they do nothing to protect the Badahai. I do believe the continued persecution and benign neglect of the Badahai must be addressed, and the government must be sued for reparations. And the ACLU must support the Badahai. Let me see where we are. Ooh, we're going to go to video 8.